Do you ever feel like you're stuck in the grind, running out of time and missing out on the freedom you truly deserve? What if I told you that you could buy back your time, take control of your day, and finally start building the empire you've always dreamed of? In today's video, we're unlocking the secrets to reclaiming your life. You'll learn actionable strategies that will help you break free from the endless cycle of being overwhelmed and step into a place of freedom and empowerment. Whether you're a busy entrepreneur, a growing professional, or anyone who feels like time slips through your fingers, this audiobook is packed with insights that will change how you think about time management, productivity, and success. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with the tools to stop feeling stuck and start living with intention. Trust me, this isn't just another productivity hack. It's a life-changing perspective shift that could radically alter the way you build your future. Ready to take back control of your time and your life? Let's jump in. Chapter 1: How I Buy Back My Life. The first chapter lays the foundation for a radical shift in how to approach time, work, and life. It begins with a fundamental truth. The most successful and fulfilled people aren't those who work the hardest. They're the ones who master the art of reclaiming their time. The chapter challenges the traditional hustle mentality and introduces the powerful concept of the buyback principle, which turns conventional ideas of productivity and success upside down. The buyback principle is simple yet transformative. Never do tasks you can pay someone else to do at a lower hourly rate than you want to make. While it sounds straightforward, its implications are profound. This principle reframes the way we think about work, showing that true freedom comes from delegating and outsourcing the tasks that drain our time, energy, and focus. It's not about laziness. It's about designing a life where your time is spent on what truly matters, your highest value activities and the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. The author shares how this principle changed his life. Early in his career, he fell into the common trap of trying to do everything himself. He was the CEO, the salesperson, the accountant, the marketer, and even the janitor in his business. Like many entrepreneurs, he believed that working harder and taking on more responsibilities was the only path to success. But this mindset left him overwhelmed, overworked, and dangerously close to burnout. The turning point came when he realized that by holding on to every task, he was not only limiting the growth of his business, but also sacrificing his personal freedom and happiness. He began to adopt the buyback principle and made a conscious effort to stop doing things that others could handle more efficiently. He delegated, outsourced, and automated tasks, freeing himself to focus on the activities that aligned with his unique abilities and long-term vision. But the buyback principle isn't just about hiring help or offloading work. It's about making deliberate choices to prioritize your time and energy. The chapter emphasizes the importance of identifying your time sucks, those low-value tasks that consume your day but don't move the needle in your personal or professional life. Whether it's answering repetitive emails, managing your calendar, or even mowing the lawn, these tasks keep you stuck in the weeds instead of soaring toward your goals. By buying back your time, you're not just creating space in your schedule. You're creating opportunity to work on your passion projects, opportunity to spend more quality time with loved ones, opportunity to grow your business or career in a way that feels aligned with your purpose. The chapter makes it clear, every hour you reclaim is an investment in your future. One of the most compelling ideas introduced is the concept of the replacement ladder. This framework provides a step-by-step approach to strategically outsource and delegate tasks, starting with the lowest value activities and gradually moving up as your capacity and resources grow. It's not about recklessly throwing money at problems. It's about making intentional, incremental changes that compound over time. The author also highlights the mental and emotional barriers that often prevent people from embracing this principle. Guilt, fear of losing control, and the belief that nobody can do it as well as I can keep many people stuck in a cycle of overwork. He confronts these excuses head-on, offering practical advice to overcome them and adopt a mindset of abundance. The chapter closes with a powerful takeaway. Your time is the most valuable asset you have. and how you choose to spend it determines the quality of your life. By learning to buy back your time, you're not just freeing yourself from the grind. You're stepping into a life where you can operate at your highest potential, focus on what truly matters, and create lasting impact. This chapter isn't just about productivity. It's a blueprint for designing a life that's rich in purpose, freedom, and joy. It invites readers to rethink their relationship with work and time, and inspires them to take the first step toward reclaiming their lives. Chapter 2. The Drip Matrix. In this chapter, the focus sharpens on identifying where your time and energy are being wasted and how to break free from those inefficiencies. Enter the Drip Matrix, a simple yet revolutionary framework designed to help you categorize your tasks, gain clarity on what's holding you back, and reclaim control over your schedule. The Drip Matrix isn't just a tool, it's a lens through which you can view your work and life more strategically. The acronym DRIP stands for Do It, Replace It, Ignore It, or Procrastinate It. These 4 categories represent the possible actions you can take for every task that comes your way. The goal of the matrix is to help you make intentional decisions about how to handle each task rather than letting your to-do list dictate your day. It's a system designed to maximize your time and eliminate the mental clutter that keeps you stuck in reactive mode. The matrix works by sorting tasks into 4 quadrants based on 2 criteria: how much value the task provides and how much energy it requires from you. The high-value, low-energy tasks are the ones you should focus on doing personally, while the low-value, high-energy tasks are prime candidates for outsourcing, ignoring, or delaying. The power of the Drip Matrix lies in its ability to give you clarity, allowing you to take back control of your time in a deliberate and calculated way. The author provides examples of tasks that fall into each category. 1. Do it. These are high-value, high-impact tasks that align with your unique skills and goals. They're the activities that only you can do and that drive meaningful results. Think of tasks like closing a major deal, creating a vision for your business, or spending quality time with your family. These are the tasks that deserve your full attention and focus. 2. Replace it. These are tasks that need to get done but don't necessarily require your personal touch. For example, administrative work, repetitive processes, or technical tasks. The key here is identifying which of these can be delegated to someone else or automated entirely. Replacing these tasks is a critical step in buying back your time. 3. Ignore it. These are tasks that don't move the needle at all. They're distractions, unnecessary commitments, or requests that don't align with your priorities. The power of saying no comes into play here. By learning to ignore what doesn't serve you, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters. 4. Procrastinate it. These are tasks that aren't urgent or important at the moment, but may require attention later. The matrix encourages you to park these tasks in a mental holding area rather than wasting time on them prematurely. This keeps your focus sharp and prevents you from getting bogged down by non-essential activities. One of the most powerful lessons in this chapter is the realization that time management isn't about doing more. It's about doing less of the things that don't matter. The author challenges the traditional approach of squeezing more into your day, emphasizing instead the importance of eliminating, delegating, and prioritizing. The Drip Matrix also helps uncover the emotional traps that keep people stuck in low-value tasks. Fear of judgment, perfectionism, and the need for control often lead to overcommitting or micromanaging. By applying the matrix, you can identify these patterns and break free from them, creating a healthier, more intentional relationship with your work. The chapter emphasizes that this process isn't about avoiding responsibility. It's about taking radical ownership of your time. When you categorize tasks using the Drip Matrix, you're not only buying back your time, but also creating space for creativity, growth, and fulfillment. This chapter inspires readers to take immediate action. The author invites you to list every task you've worked on in the past week and sort them into the Drip Matrix. The exercise is eye-opening and often reveals just how much of your time is consumed by tasks that don't align with your goals. Ultimately, the Drip Matrix isn't just a tool for efficiency. It's a tool for liberation. By applying this framework, you can design a life where you spend more time doing what you love, pursuing your passions, and building your legacy. This chapter serves as a wake-up call to stop being reactive and start being intentional with your time, reminding readers that their most precious resource isn't money, it's time. Chapter 3, The 5-Time Assassins. This chapter pulls back the curtain on the hidden forces that silently steal our time and sabotage our potential. Known as the 5-Time Assassins, these culprits lurk in our routines, habits, and mindsets, draining productivity, focus, and fulfillment. The chapter delivers a wake-up call. Identifying and eliminating these assassins is essential to reclaiming control over your time in life. The 5-Time Assassins aren't just about poor habits, they represent deeper patterns that keep people stuck in a cycle of busyness, frustration, and burnout. Each assassin is carefully dissected to help you recognize its impact and, more importantly, learn how to neutralize it. 1. The inability to say no. The first-time assassin is one of the most pervasive and damaging, the inability to say no. Whether it's out of guilt, fear of judgment, or the desire to please others, saying yes to everything creates a life dictated by other people's priorities. It results in an overflowing calendar, missed opportunities, and resentment. The chapter emphasizes that saying no is not about being rude or dismissive. It's about valuing your time and energy. Boundaries are essential for protecting what matters most. Practical strategies include setting clear priorities, creating filters for commitments, and crafting polite but firm responses for requests that don't align with your goals. Harjanar 2. Procrastination. The second assassin is procrastination, the violent thief of progress. Often disguised as harmless delays or indecision, procrastination keeps you from taking action on the tasks and projects that matter. It's not just about poor time management, it's about fear, perfectionism, and avoidance of discomfort. The chapter reframes procrastination as a symptom rather than a cause. By addressing the root issues, such as fear of failure or overwhelm, you can break free from its grip. Tools like time blocking, creating accountability, and focusing on just starting instead of perfection are highlighted as effective antidotes. 3. Context switching. The third assassin is context switching, the cost of constantly jumping between tasks, projects, or mental states. It's the reason why a single distraction can derail hours of productivity. Every time you switch tasks, your brain loses focus and energy, making it harder to return to deep, meaningful work. This assassin thrives in a world filled with notifications, interruptions, and multitasking. The chapter encourages readers to guard their focus fiercely by batching similar tasks, eliminating unnecessary distractions, and carving out dedicated time for uninterrupted work. The message is clear. Focus isn't just a skill, it's a superpower in today's noisy world. 4. Poor delegation. The fourth assassin is poor delegation, a trap that often stems from the belief that it's easier to do it myself or no one else can do it as well as I can. This mindset keeps you stuck in low-value tasks and prevents you from leveraging the talents and skills of others. Effective delegation, the chapter explains, is a skill that must be learned and practiced. It's about communicating expectations clearly, trusting others to take ownership, and focusing on outcomes rather than micromanaging the process. The author highlights that delegation isn't just about freeing up your time, it's about empowering others and building a stronger team or network around you. 5. Leaking energy. The final assassin is leaking energy, a concept that goes beyond physical fatigue. It refers to the mental and emotional drain caused by unresolved issues, toxic relationships, poor health habits, or neglecting self-care. These energy leaks sap your motivation and leave you feeling depleted, even when you have time to spare. The chapter underscores the importance of identifying and patching these leaks. Whether it's improving your sleep, eating better, addressing conflicts, or cutting ties with negative influences, reclaiming your energy is essential to living a productive and fulfilling life. The way forward. The 5-time assassins are universal. They affect everyone in some form. But the difference between those who thrive and those who struggle lies in awareness and action. This chapter challenges readers to confront these assassins head-on and take ownership of their time. With practical tips and real-world examples, it provides the tools to eliminate distractions, build healthier habits, and reclaim your focus. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what truly matters, free from the invisible forces that hold you back. The chapter leaves readers with a clear takeaway. Success doesn't come from working harder. It comes from protecting your time, energy, and attention from the things that drain it. Master the 5 time assassins, and you'll not only buy back your time, you'll buy back your freedom. Chapter 4, the only 3 trades that matter. This chapter introduces a powerful concept. Not all time trades are created equal. To truly unlock freedom, fulfillment, and growth, you must focus on the 3 trades that matter. These trades are the key to building an intentional life, one where you're no longer sacrificing your most valuable asset, time, for activities that don't align with your vision or purpose. The chapter compels readers to rethink how they invest their time and energy, presenting a framework for making decisions that create exponential returns. At its core, this chapter is about shifting from a scarcity mindset to one of abundance. The author makes it clear, time is the ultimate currency, and the way you trade it determines the quality of your life. By understanding and mastering these 3 trades, you can break free from the grind, focus on what truly matters, and design a life that feels meaningful and impactful. 1. Trade money for time. The first trade flips conventional wisdom on its head. Instead of trying to save money by doing everything yourself, the chapter argues for trading money to buy back your time. This trade challenges the deeply ingrained mindset that hard work and self-reliance are the ultimate measures of success. The truth is, many tasks in your day-to-day life can be outsourced, delegated, or automated, whether it's cleaning your house, managing admin work, or handling technical tasks in your business. By paying others to take on these responsibilities, you create space to focus on the high-value activities that only you can do. But this trade isn't just about practicality. It's about self-worth. It requires a mindset shift to recognize that your time is more valuable than the money you're spending. It's an investment in yourself, your vision, and your legacy. The chapter encourages readers to start small, outsourcing just one low-value task and then scale from there as they see the returns in both productivity and peace of mind. 2. Trade time for money. The second trade is about earning more by leveraging your time strategically. This doesn't mean working harder or longer hours. It means working smarter. The chapter focuses on identifying your highest value activities, the things that generate significant returns for the time and energy you invest. This trade challenges the common belief that all work is equal. It asks readers to take a hard look at their schedules and identify the tasks that drive the most impact, revenue, or personal fulfillment. The idea is to maximize the time you spend in your zone of genius, the activities where you're not only highly skilled, but also deeply passionate. The chapter also stresses the importance of aligning this trade with your long-term vision. Instead of chasing quick wins or short-term gains, it encourages you to think strategically about how your time today contributes to your bigger goals. Whether it's creating intellectual property, building relationships, or refining your skills, this trade is about investing your time in ways that multiply its value over time. Chapter 3, Trade Money for Money. The third trade elevates the conversation to the level of wealth creation. Once you've freed up your time and optimized how you're using it, the next step is to make your money work for you. This trade is about moving beyond the paycheck-to-paycheck mentality and learning to leverage financial resources to create lasting wealth and freedom. The chapter introduces the idea of cash flow assets, investments or ventures that generate income without requiring your constant involvement. Whether it's real estate, stocks, or building a business that runs without you, the goal is to create systems that allow your money to grow independently of your time. This trade requires patience and discipline, but its impact is profound. It's the ultimate expression of freedom, the ability to step back and let your money work, giving you the flexibility to focus on what truly matters. Bringing it all together, the chapter underscores that these trades aren't mutually exclusive. They work together to create a life of freedom, fulfillment, and abundance. Trading money for time allows you to focus on your highest value activities. Trading time for money helps you build and grow your impact. Trading money for money ensures that you're not tied to the grind forever. The most important takeaway is that these traits aren't just about efficiency, they're about intentionality. They're about designing a life where you're in control, where every decision aligns with your goals and values. The chapter challenges readers to audit their current traits and take bold steps to align their time and energy with their vision. Mastering these 3 traits is the key to creating a life where your time is spent on what matters most, a life of freedom, purpose, and impact. Chapter 5, The Replacement Ladder. This chapter introduces one of the most transformative concepts in the book, the replacement ladder. It's a systematic approach to reclaiming your time by intentionally outsourcing tasks and responsibilities that don't align with your strengths or priorities. The replacement ladder isn't just about delegation. It's about empowerment, growth, and creating a life where you can focus on what truly matters. At its heart, the replacement ladder is about climbing out of the chaos of trying to do everything yourself and building a structure that supports your personal and professional goals. It's a practical framework that walks you step by step through the process of identifying which tasks you should let go of first, how to hand them off effectively, and how to rise into your zone of genius. The principle of incremental replacement. The replacement ladder starts with the idea that you don't need to outsource everything at once. Instead, you work your way up, gradually replacing low-value tasks with higher-value activities. It's a process of prioritization and intentionality, where each step you take creates more time and freedom to focus on what truly matters. The author emphasizes that this isn't just about offloading work. It's about recognizing the value of your time and ensuring that every hour you reclaim is reinvested wisely, whether it's into growing your business, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing personal growth. The rungs of the ladder. The replacement ladder is divided into clear, actionable stages. Each rung represents a category of tasks you can start outsourcing as you ascend toward your most valuable activities. 1. Low-value personal tasks. The first rung is all about letting go of repetitive, time-consuming personal tasks that don't require your unique skills or input. These might include cleaning, laundry, grocery shopping, or meal prep. While these tasks might feel manageable, they consume precious hours that could be better spent elsewhere. The chapter encourages you to start small, perhaps hiring a cleaner for a few hours a week or using a grocery delivery service. The goal is to get comfortable with outsourcing and experience the immediate benefits of buying back even a small amount of time. 2. Low-value work tasks. Once you've mastered outsourcing personal tasks, the next rung focuses on low-value work tasks. These are administrative or operational responsibilities that are necessary, but don't contribute directly to your goals or bottom line. Think data entry, email management, or scheduling meetings. The author highlights the importance of building a team or utilizing technology to handle these tasks. Whether it's hiring a virtual assistant, automating processes, or leveraging software, this step is a game changer for freeing up your professional bandwidth. 3. Specialized expertise tasks. As you climb higher on the replacement ladder, you'll encounter tasks that require expertise you don't have, or tasks you could do but shouldn't. Examples include accounting, legal work, or advanced marketing strategies. This rung challenges you to let go of the belief that you need to do it all. By hiring specialists or contractors, you can ensure these tasks are handled more effectively while giving yourself the freedom to focus on your unique strengths. 4. Managerial and leadership delegation. This rung represents a major leap, delegating managerial or leadership responsibilities to others. This might mean hiring a general manager for your business or empowering senior team members to make decisions without your involvement. Letting go of control at this level can be challenging, but it's necessary for scaling and sustainability. The chapter provides practical advice for developing trust, setting clear expectations, and empowering your team to take ownership of their roles. 5. Creative and strategic freedom. The top rung of the ladder is where true freedom resides. At this level, you've outsourced or delegated all tasks that don't align with your vision or zone of genius. Your time is now focused on what you love most, whether that's creating, strategizing, mentoring, or simply living your life to the fullest. The chapter emphasizes that reaching this level isn't about laziness or avoiding work. It's about designing a life where your time on activities that bring the greatest joy, fulfillment, and impact. Overcoming resistance. One of the most insightful parts of the chapter is its focus on the resistance many people feel toward outsourcing. Whether it's fear of losing control, guilt about spending money, or the belief that no one can do the task as well as you, these mental barriers often hold people back. The author provides practical tools for overcoming these objections, including mindset shifts, step-by-step strategies, and real-world examples of how delegation leads to growth, not just for you, but for the people you empower to take on these tasks. The climb toward freedom. The replacement ladder isn't a one-time fix. It's an ongoing journey of refinement and growth. As you climb higher, you gain clarity, freedom, and the ability to focus on your highest value contributions. This chapter serves as both a roadmap and a call to action, urging readers to take the first step, no matter how small. The replacement ladder is more than a tool. It's a mindset shift that transforms the way you approach your time, your work, and your life. Chapter 6. Clone Yourself. This chapter introduces a transformative idea, the power of cloning yourself, not literally, but by building systems, processes, and teams that allow you to multiply your impact without being directly involved in every task. It's about creating a structure where your vision, expertise, and values are embedded into your work and your life, enabling you to scale your efforts and achieve more with less personal bandwidth. The chapter challenges the conventional belief that growth depends on doing more yourself. Instead, it proposes a mindset shift. Focus on replicating your abilities and transferring your knowledge to others or systems, freeing yourself to focus on high-value activities that only you can do. Cloning yourself is the ultimate strategy for reclaiming time, building efficiency, and expanding your reach. The importance of letting go. Cloning yourself begins with acknowledging a universal truth. You can't do it all. Many people struggle with the idea of delegation or automation because they fear losing control or worry that others won't meet their standards. However, this chapter reframes delegation not as a loss of control, but as an opportunity to elevate your impact. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning your vision. It means empowering others to help carry it forward. It's about trusting the systems and people you build to handle tasks effectively, even when you're not directly involved. The chapter emphasizes that real freedom and scalability start when you shift from being a doer to a leader and strategist. Building playbooks. A core element of cloning yourself is creating playbooks, clear, repeatable systems that guide how tasks and processes are handled. Playbooks serve as the blueprint for how things should be done, ensuring consistency and quality, even when you're not personally overseeing the work. The chapter outlines a step-by-step process for building effective playbooks. 1. Document everything. Start by writing down the steps for tasks you do regularly, no matter how small. Think of this as creating a manual for your work. This could include anything from onboarding new clients to managing your inbox or running team meetings. 2. Simplify and streamline. Once you've documented the steps, look for ways to simplify the process. Remove unnecessary steps, automate where possible, and ensure that the playbook is easy to follow. The goal is to make the process efficient and repeatable. 3. Test and refine. Before handing off a playbook, test it yourself or with a team member. Identify any gaps or areas of confusion and refine the steps until the process runs smoothly. 4. Hand it off. Finally, share the playbook with the appropriate person or team. Ensure they have the training and resources needed to follow it effectively. Playbooks aren't just about efficiency. They're about transferring knowledge in a way that allows others to operate at your level of expertise. With every playbook you create, you're one step closer to freeing yourself from the minutiae and focusing on your zone of genius. Hiring and training. Your clone. Another key aspect of cloning yourself is hiring and training people who can replicate your efforts and embody your values. The chapter provides practical advice for finding the right talent, onboarding them effectively, and setting them up for success. The key is to focus on hiring for values and potential, not just skills. Skills can be taught, but alignment with your vision and culture is non-negotiable. Once you've found the right person, invest in training them to follow your playbooks, think critically, and take ownership of their role. Cloning yourself isn't about micromanaging or creating carbon copies. It's about building a team that can operate with autonomy and confidence, guided by your vision and systems. The power of automation. Beyond people, the chapter emphasizes the role of technology in cloning yourself. From scheduling tools to customer relationship management software, automation is a powerful way to streamline tasks and eliminate inefficiencies. By leveraging technology, you can create systems that work for you 24/7, allowing you to focus on high-value activities. The chapter encourages readers to audit their workflows and identify areas where automation can replace manual effort. The result is a business or life that runs smoothly even when you're not directly involved. The freedom to focus. Ultimately, cloning yourself is about reclaiming your time and energy so you can focus on what truly matters. It's not about stepping away entirely. It's about stepping into your highest and best role. Whether that means driving strategy, building relationships, or pursuing personal growth, the process of cloning yourself creates the space and freedom to operate at your full potential. The chapter leaves readers with a compelling vision, a life where you're no longer trapped in the grind of doing everything yourself, but instead leading, creating, and living with intention. Cloning yourself isn't just a tactic. It's a pathway to freedom, fulfillment, and exponential growth. Chapter 7. Building Playbooks. This chapter introduces the art of creating playbooks, a powerful system to optimize your life and business by capturing your processes in a clear, repeatable, and scalable format. A playbook is not just a list of instructions. It's a living document that holds the key to consistency, efficiency, and freedom. It allows you to remove yourself from the equation while maintaining control over the quality of results. By building playbooks, you can empower your team, streamline operations, and focus your energy on what matters most. Why playbooks matter. The chapter begins by explaining the critical role playbooks play in achieving growth and freedom. At their core, playbooks are about replacing guesswork with clarity. They eliminate the need for constant supervision and decision-making by creating a roadmap that others can follow with confidence. Without playbooks, you'll constantly find yourself in the middle of every problem, answering the same questions or redoing work that could have been done right the first time. Playbooks are the bridge between your vision and execution. They ensure that the knowledge, standards, and best practices in your head are transferred into actionable steps that anyone can follow. This allows your business or even your personal life to run seamlessly, whether or not you're actively involved. The anatomy of an effective playbook. A good playbook isn't just a dry checklist. It's a tool that captures the essence of how a task should be done and provides clear guidance to ensure success. The chapter outlines the key elements of an effective playbook. 1. Objective. Start with a clear purpose for the playbook. What is the task or process it's designed to address? Why is it important? Providing this context ensures that the people using the playbook understand its significance and approach it with the right mindset. 2. Step-by-step instructions. Break the task into simple, actionable steps that are easy to follow. Use clear and concise language, avoiding unnecessary jargon or ambiguity. Each step should be specific enough to eliminate confusion, but flexible enough to adapt to different situations. 3. Key metrics and benchmarks. Include measurable outcomes that define success. For example, if the playbook is for customer onboarding, specify how quickly the process should be completed or what milestones should be achieved. Metrics help ensure consistency and allow you to track performance over time. 4. Common pitfalls and solutions. Anticipate potential challenges and provide solutions to overcome them. This empowers the user to navigate obstacles independently, reducing the need for your intervention. 5. Tools and resources. List any tools, templates, or resources needed to complete the task. Whether it's software, checklists, or communication templates, providing these resources upfront makes it easier for others to succeed. 6. Ownership and accountability. Clearly define who is responsible for executing the playbook and who will oversee the results. When accountability is built into the process, you can trust that the task will be handled effectively. Creating and implementing playbooks. The chapter walks through a step-by-step process for building and rolling out playbooks. 1. Start small. Identify repetitive tasks or processes that take up your time or cause inefficiencies. These are the perfect candidates for your first playbooks. Start with 1 or 2 tasks to build momentum. 2. Document the process. Observe how the task is currently done and document every step in detail. If you already have a team, involve them in this process. They often know the nuances of the work better than you do. Number 3, simplify and streamline. Once the process is documented, look for ways to simplify it. Can any steps be automated? Are there unnecessary bottlenecks that can be removed? Streamlining the process not only saves time, but also makes the playbook more user-friendly. 4, test and refine. Before rolling out the playbook to your team, test it yourself or with a trusted team member. Identify any gaps or areas of confusion and refine the instructions until they're foolproof. 5, empower your team. Share the playbook with your team and provide training to ensure they understand how to use it effectively. Encourage them to take ownership of the process and offer feedback for continuous improvement. 6, create a playbook library. As you develop more playbooks, organize them into a centralized library that your team can access easily. This ensures that your systems are scalable and that everyone operates from the same playbook, literally and figuratively. The Freedom Playbooks. Create building playbooks isn't just about efficiency, it's about liberation. Each playbook you create is a step toward removing yourself from the daily grind and focusing on what truly matters. It's about trusting your team and your systems to handle the details so you can operate in your zone of genius. Playbooks allow you to grow without chaos, scale without stress, and lead without micromanaging. They create a legacy of excellence, enabling your vision to thrive even when you're not in the room. By mastering the art of building playbooks, you gain the freedom to lead, innovate, and live life on your terms. Chapter 8, Your Perfect Week. This chapter presents a bold concept, designing your perfect week. It's about creating a framework that transforms the way you view your time, helping you shift from a reactive, busy schedule to a proactive, purpose-driven one. The perfect week isn't just a fantasy. It's a powerful strategy that allows you to align your daily activities with your core values and most important goals. By intentionally crafting your week, you can reclaim your time, reduce stress, and create a life that's fulfilling and in harmony with your personal and professional aspirations. The power of designing your week. Time is the most valuable resource we have, and yet it's often squandered in the hustle of daily life. We get pulled into tasks that don't matter, distracted by emergencies, and bogged down by obligations that don't align with our long-term vision. This chapter challenges the idea that you have to go with the flow and instead advocates for a deliberate approach to how you spend every day. The goal of designing your perfect week is to craft a schedule that allows you to live intentionally, where every hour is invested in activities that drive you closer to your goals, maintain your well-being, and foster meaningful relationships. It's about making time for the things that truly matter, while eliminating distractions and non-essential tasks that drain your energy. The 5 key elements of your perfect week. 1. Block your time. One of the central themes in this chapter is time blocking. This is the practice of scheduling specific blocks of time for your most important tasks, ensuring that you protect these moments from interruptions or distractions. Time blocking creates structure and clarity, helping you to stay focused on what needs to get done without feeling overwhelmed. The chapter encourages you to start by identifying your non-negotiables, those activities that are critical to your success and well-being. For example, if personal health is a priority, schedule workout sessions or meal prepping as non-negotiable blocks in your calendar. Work tasks, family time, and personal growth should all have dedicated blocks where your full attention is given to them. 2. Prioritize your energy, not just your time. Designing a perfect week isn't just about finding time for your tasks. It's about aligning those tasks with when you have the most energy. Many people schedule important tasks without considering when they'll be at their peak performance. For example, if you're a morning person, use the first few hours of your day for your most demanding work. If you're a night owl, schedule strategic tasks later in the day when you're more alert and creative. Understanding your natural energy flow is key to getting the most out of your day. The chapter urges you to take a close look at your habits and optimize your schedule based on when you feel the most focused and motivated. 3. Include space for flexibility. The perfect week isn't about rigidly sticking to a plan. It's about creating a framework that gives you freedom within structure. Life is unpredictable and things don't always go according to plan. However, by intentionally creating buffer time throughout your week, you can adapt to changes without derailing your entire schedule. For example, instead of packing every hour with tasks, include moments of downtime or buffer zones between meetings and commitments. These spaces allow you to recharge, adjust priorities as necessary, and prevent burnout. Flexibility within structure creates a sustainable routine that supports long-term success without the constant feeling of stress. 4. Schedule time for rest and recovery. Many people overlook the importance of rest when planning their week. This chapter emphasizes that downtime isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. In fact, scheduling rest, sleep, and recovery is just as important as scheduling work. Overworking yourself leads to burnout, decreased creativity, and a lack of motivation. By incorporating deliberate breaks into your perfect week, you allow yourself the opportunity to reset and recharge. This could include daily short breaks, a longer weekend off, or time for hobbies and relaxation. Prioritizing rest ensures that you have the mental clarity and energy needed to be productive when you're working. Month 5. Reflect and adjust. A perfect week is not a static concept. As you go through the process of designing your ideal schedule, it's important to regularly reflect and adjust based on what's working and what isn't. This chapter stresses the importance of self-reflection, encouraging you to assess your schedule regularly to ensure that it aligns with your goals and values. Are there any tasks that consistently drain your energy? Is there too much time spent on low-value activities? By continuously evaluating and adjusting your week, you ensure that your schedule remains aligned with your larger vision. Designing a week that aligns with your values. The ultimate goal of designing your perfect week is to create a life that aligns with your deeper values and long-term objectives. It's not about being more productive for the sake of productivity, but rather being intentional about how you spend your time to ensure that you're living a life that brings joy, fulfillment, and balance. In the end, a perfect week is one that allows you to thrive, not just in your work, but in all areas of your life. It's a week that brings you closer to your goals while also nurturing your relationships, health, and personal growth. Through intentional time blocking, prioritization, flexibility, and regular reflection, you can craft a week that empowers you to live on your terms and make the most of every moment. Chapter 9. The only 4 time hacks you need. In this chapter, the focus shifts to the practical side of reclaiming your time by introducing 4 powerful time hacks. These aren't just productivity tips. They are strategic shifts that can dramatically change the way you work, live, and achieve your goals. The author presents these hacks as essential tools that, once implemented, can multiply your effectiveness and allow you to work smarter, not harder. The chapter's message is clear. It's not about doing more, but about doing the right things in the right way. Hack 1. Eliminate the busy work. The first time hack is about eliminating the busy work that fills your day but doesn't move the needle toward your real objectives. Many people fall into the trap of responding to emails, attending unnecessary meetings, or handling small, non-impactful tasks that seem urgent but are not truly important. These tasks not only waste time, but also drain your mental energy. This chapter encourages you to take a hard look at your daily to-do list and ask yourself, which of these activities are truly driving my business and my life forward? The answer might surprise you. To reclaim your time, you must consciously eliminate or delegate tasks that don't contribute to your goals. Freeing yourself from this kind of busy work allows you to focus on high-leverage activities that yield greater rewards. By saying no to the non-essentials, you can finally say yes to what truly matters. Hack 2. Time chunking. The second time hack, time chunking, is a game changer when it comes to improving focus and productivity. Time chunking is the practice of grouping similar tasks together into blocks of uninterrupted time. Instead of jumping between different activities throughout the day, time chunking allows you to create deep work periods where you focus solely on one type of task for an extended time. For instance, instead of checking emails throughout the day or answering phone calls in between meetings, set aside a specific block of time solely for responding to emails or making calls. This creates mental clarity and reduces the friction that comes with task switching, which can drain your energy and decrease effectiveness. By dedicating specific chunks of time for focused work, you can be more productive in less time. This chapter encourages readers to block off chunks of their calendar for important activities, whether that's strategic thinking, meetings, creative work, or deep focus. This approach allows you to build momentum and immerse yourself in your work without constant distractions. Hack 3. Use the 2-minute rule. The third time hack revolves around the 2-minute rule, a concept that can help eliminate procrastination and prevent small tasks from piling up. The rule is simple. If a task will take less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. Whether it's responding to a quick email, sending a message, or completing a small chore, the 2-minute rule helps you avoid letting minor tasks linger on your to-do list and consume mental space. In today's fast-paced world, small tasks can pile up quickly and overwhelm us if we let them accumulate. The 2-minute rule helps you avoid this by eliminating the need for follow-up and mental clutter. This chapter encourages readers to apply the 2-minute rule across all aspects of their day. By doing so, you can ensure that you're handling small tasks immediately and with minimal effort, freeing up your time and energy for bigger projects and long-term goals. Hack 4. Implement systems and automate. The fourth and final hack is the most powerful for scaling your time management, creating systems and automating routine processes. This is where the magic of delegation and technology comes in. Instead of handling every repetitive task yourself, design systems that can be executed by others or handled automatically by technology. Automation tools, whether for scheduling, communication, or project management, can save you hours of time each week by removing the need for manual effort. Similarly, delegating tasks to team members or outsourcing to skilled individuals frees you up to focus on higher-level work. This chapter emphasizes that creating systems and automating routine tasks allows you to leverage other people's time and resources, allowing you to multiply your own impact without increasing your workload. Systems might include creating playbooks for tasks that are frequently repeated, setting up automated workflows, or implementing consistent feedback loops for your team. Automation tools like CRM systems, email autoresponders, or even financial software can eliminate repetitive tasks that would otherwise consume your time. These systems and tools allow you to focus on creating more value, driving strategic decisions, and working on tasks that directly contribute to your long-term success. Final thoughts on time management. The chapter concludes by emphasizing that mastering time is not about fitting more tasks into your day. It's about making your time work for you. By eliminating busy work, chunking your time, applying the 2-minute rule, and leveraging systems and automation, you can gain back significant portions of your day to focus on what truly matters. These time hacks serve as a reminder that time is our most precious resource. The more you optimize how you use it, the more control you gain over your life and business. The chapter doesn't just offer quick tips. It provides a framework for transforming the way you approach your work, allowing you to break free from the overwhelming demands of daily life and instead design a schedule that aligns with your highest priorities and deepest ambitions. By incorporating these 4 time hacks into your routine, you'll find yourself achieving more with less stress and effort, ultimately buying back your time and reclaiming your freedom. Chapter 10. The Test-First Hiring Method. In this chapter, the focus shifts to one of the most crucial aspects of scaling a business, hiring the right people. The author introduces a revolutionary concept, the test-first hiring method. This method isn't just about finding someone with the right resume or interviewing them for an hour and hoping for the best. Instead, it's a proactive, hands-on approach to hiring that helps you avoid costly mistakes at scale, reduce the risk of bad hires, and ensure you're bringing in people who truly align with your company's vision and needs. The problem with traditional hiring. Traditional hiring often relies too heavily on interviews, which can be unreliable. Interviews focus on how well a candidate can present themselves, but not necessarily on how well they can do the job. As a result, many business owners find themselves hiring people who may seem perfect on paper, but struggle in the actual work environment. The hiring process can feel like a gamble, and the consequences of making the wrong hire are costly, not just in terms of money, but in time, energy, and team morale. The key takeaway here is that traditional hiring practices are flawed. Relying too much on resumes, interviews, and gut feelings often leads to disappointment. It's easy to make hiring decisions based on surface-level impressions, but this approach can quickly lead to regret. The chapter urges you to look deeper and rethink how you assess candidates. The test-first approach, a new way to hire. The test-first method completely flips the script. Instead of hiring based solely on interviews and resumes, this method suggests that you should first give candidates a real, hands-on test. In essence, before offering someone a job, you should invite them to work on a specific, short-term project or task that closely mirrors the work they will do in the role. This allows you to assess how well they perform in real-world conditions, and more importantly, it gives you a chance to see how they approach problem-solving, their work ethic, and whether they are a good cultural fit for your team. Essentially, the test-first approach gives you a preview of what it would be like to work with the candidate in the long run. The key benefits of the test-first hiring method. 1. Eliminates guesswork. By having candidates demonstrate their skills in real time, you eliminate the guesswork that typically accompanies traditional interviews. Instead of relying on subjective impressions or hypothetical answers to questions, you see firsthand how they tackle challenges, manage their time, and interact with the team. This takes much of the uncertainty out of the hiring process and allows you to make a much more informed decision. 2. Clarifies cultural fit. Skills are important, but a cultural fit is often the deal breaker. The test-first method provides an opportunity to observe how the candidate fits with your team dynamics, values, and work style. It allows you to gauge how they communicate, collaborate, and contribute to the overall environment. This can help prevent hiring someone who may technically be qualified, but who disrupts the flow of your team or doesn't align with your company's values. 3. Reduces risk and cost of bad hires. Hiring the wrong person is not just frustrating, it can be an expensive mistake. Recruiting, onboarding, and training new employees take time and money, and when a hire doesn't work out, those resources are wasted. The test-first approach reduces the risk of bad hires by allowing you to test a candidate's true abilities before making a long-term commitment. It helps ensure that the person you hire can actually deliver, saving you from unnecessary costs in the long run. 4. Promotes accountability and responsibility. The test-first method encourages candidates to demonstrate their capabilities and take responsibility for their work, right. It fosters a mindset where candidates know that they are being evaluated based on their performance, which can push them to show up at their best. It also helps them understand the expectations of the job and gives them a clearer picture what the role will entail, how to implement the test-first method. To apply this method, the first step is to define a specific project or task that is closely aligned with the responsibilities of the role. This project should be significant enough to allow the candidate to demonstrate their skills, but manageable enough to be completed in a short period of time, usually a few hours to a few days, depending on the complexity. Make sure the task is realistic and reflects the kind of work the candidate will be doing regularly. Once the project is complete, evaluate the candidate's performance, not just on the end result, but on their process, how they managed their time, how they communicated, and whether they asked insightful questions or required guidance. These elements will give you a better sense of whether they can handle the responsibilities of the role in a sustainable way. The future of hiring. The chapter concludes by highlighting that the traditional hiring process is rapidly becoming outdated, and companies that continue to rely on old-school methods will fall behind. The test-first method is a more effective, transparent, and reliable way to build a team that is not only skilled but also aligned with your mission and culture. As businesses grow, it's essential to hire the right people in the right way to set your company up for success. The key takeaway from this chapter is that hiring should never be a leap of faith. Instead, it should be a well-considered process of testing, learning, and assessing. By using the test-first method, you can build a team that supports your vision, that drives innovation, and helps you achieve your goals faster and with fewer setbacks. The chapter doesn't just teach you how to hire. It teaches you how to build a team that will scale your business and, in turn, your life. Chapter 11, Transformational Leadership, the final chapter. In the final chapter, the focus shifts to the concept of transformational leadership, a powerful framework for personal and professional growth that is essential for building lasting success. This chapter serves as a conclusion, providing the tools and mindset shifts necessary for truly becoming the kind of leader who can not only transform your business, but also inspire those around you to reach their highest potential. The message here is clear. Leadership is not just about managing people. It's about shaping their future and, in turn, creating your own. The essence of transformative leadership. The final chapter emphasizes that transformational leadership is about more than just delegating tasks and overseeing operations. It's about guiding, inspiring, and uplifting your team. True transformational leaders are visionaries, capable of motivating others to not only follow them, but to rise to new heights of performance and creativity. This is where the power of leadership transcends typical management practices and becomes a key to unlocking an organization's full potential. To be a transformational leader, you must first and foremost be deeply committed to your own growth. Personal development is the cornerstone of effective leadership. When you lead by example and continue to improve yourself, you set a powerful standard for others to follow. It's about walking the walk, not just talking the talk. Leading with vision. One of the core principles of transformational leadership introduced in this chapter is the importance of a clear, compelling vision. Leaders who possess a clear sense of purpose can articulate a vision that inspires action. A visionary leader doesn't simply react to what happens in the business world. They actively shape the future by aligning their team with a shared mission. The final chapter encourages you to think beyond day-to-day tasks and lead with a long-term goal in mind. A great leader inspires their team to see a bigger picture, to believe in something beyond the work they do, and to be motivated by a collective sense of purpose. This vision isn't just about numbers or growth. It's about the legacy you want to leave behind, creating something bigger than yourself. It's about fostering an environment where everyone feels they are part of something meaningful and impactful. Empowering others, the key to building an empire. In this final chapter, it's emphasized that leadership is not about hoarding power, but about empowering others. A transformational leader creates an environment where people feel trusted, valued, and encouraged to take ownership of their work. By doing so, they can unlock the untapped potential within each team member, leading to a more collaborative, innovative, and productive work environment. Empowerment comes in many forms, whether it's through providing opportunities for growth, encouraging autonomy, or simply offering the support and resources needed for success. A transformational leader doesn't micromanage, but instead encourages self-confidence and personal accountability. This empowers employees to step up, make decisions, and contribute in meaningful ways that ultimately propel the business forward. This chapter explains that leadership is about creating other leaders. You build a lasting empire by fostering an environment where leadership is cultivated throughout your team, not just at the top. You must create a culture of innovation where everyone feels that their input is valuable and that they can contribute to the company's success. Shifting from tactical to strategic leadership. As you progress on your leadership journey, this chapter urges you to evolve from being a tactical leader, someone focused on managing day-to-day tasks, into a strategic leader who looks at the bigger picture. While tactical leadership is necessary in the early stages of business development to truly grow and scale, you need to shift into a more strategic mindset. This means thinking critically about the long-term direction of your company, focusing on innovation, and understanding the market trends that will shape the future. Strategic leaders are those who can step back and ask, what's next, and how can we stay ahead of the curve? In the final chapter, this transition is framed as essential for anyone who wants to build an empire. Leadership is not just about leading in the moment, it's about shaping the path forward. The power of a positive company culture. In transformational leadership, one of the final thoughts revolves around the importance of culture. Culture is the invisible force that guides decision-making, drives collaboration, and shapes the overall atmosphere of your organization. The author reminds us that as a leader, you are the chief architect of your company culture. Every action, every decision, and every word you speak contributes to the values and norms within your organization. In this last chapter, the importance of intentionally cultivating a positive, inclusive, and forward-thinking culture is stressed as being critical for long-term success. A great leader shapes the culture through their actions, setting the tone for the entire company. When your team believes in the values you champion, they will work tirelessly to bring your vision to life. Creating lasting impact. The final message of this chapter and the book as a whole is that transformational leadership is not a short-term fix, but a long-term commitment. The work you do as a leader echoes through every interaction and every decision. Building an empire in this sense is not just about financial success. It's about creating a legacy, a sustainable organization, and a lasting impact on the lives of those you lead. Ultimately, this chapter closes the book with a powerful reminder. Leadership is a journey, not a destination. The skills and mindset required to lead transformationally must be constantly nurtured, evolved, and adapted. As the final chapter reminds us, the most effective leaders are those who continuously strive to grow, empower others, and leave behind something greater than themselves. If you want to build an empire that lasts, the key is in becoming the leader who can inspire that transformation, both within yourself and within the people you lead. This chapter, and the book as a whole, offers a blueprint for how to achieve that transformation. And that's a game-changing perspective on time and freedom. If you're ready to take control and build the life you deserve, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more valuable content. I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below to let me know what stood out the most, what you've learned, or even what you'd like to see covered in the next video.